Hello, and welcome back to another episode of My Book of Mormon with me, David Michael, episode 76. So yeah, you know what's happened. I've been trying to figure out how do I get my head wrapped around ether. It's so crazy, and I think I finally solved it. The problem is I've been trying to do it completely sober. Yeah. So tonight I was out with some friends, got home late, and I thought, what better time than to read the next couple chapters? Yeah. So I'm going to do it a little bit, I have an aid with me, yes, to see if it can, maybe if I've got a couple of drinks in me, ether will make a little more sense. So we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, I have a ton of people to thank before we start reading. Let's do that. A ton of people. You guys were awesome this week. All right, so we have two new real Mimos. We have Daniel McDougal, who, if you may remember, last week I thanked for an awesome donation to the show. He's decided to become a real Mimo too. So Daniel, thank you again. You're continuing to be even more awesome. Then we also have a new real Mimo, Marty Monahan. So Marty, thank you so much. You are also awesome. And thanks for becoming a real Mimo. All right, then we have, let's see. Sorry, I'm very disorganized right now, but I really am. I'm giddy about this. This is so awesome. Then we have Priest Malcolm Boyack. Priest Malcolm. Awesome. Welcome. And Priest Malcolm, you were actually the one that took the show over its third milestone. Yeah, in terms of goals. So yeah, we got up to the level per episode that we're going to be able to even make bigger donations. So, Priest Malcolm, awesome. You got us there. And then lastly, we have another priest, Priest Bourbon Dan. So, awesome name, Priest Bourbon. Man, if I hope you're not playing along with Bourbon, because, that sounds pretty rough. But, Priest Bourbon, thank you so much, and, I can't call you Priest Dan. You put Bourbon as your first name. It's even better. So anyway. Alright. Sorry if I'm being a bit weird right now, but it'll be fine. So, let's start reading. So thanks to everybody. You guys are awesome. Continue to be awesome. Oh yeah, I think the podcast awards happened, and we didn't win, but it's okay. Turns out the Scathing Atheist won. Couldn't be happier for them. We had a fun little rivalry going back and forth. I think it might have helped him win. Yeah, a little more attention. But anyway, really happy for them. So congratulations, Noah, Heath, Lucinda. You guys deserve it. You put on a great show, and I've enjoyed it for years. Okay, so now, and thanks to all of you that went out and voted. Don't feel bad. You guys, I know how many of you went out there and voted every day, and it just, could never give you enough thanks for that. It was awesome, and but it's okay. Just seriously, the fact that show was even on that list, or our show was on the list next to those other shows, just amazing. So thanks to everybody. It's all good. We got our Brodies. No one can take those away. Yeah. But anyway, okay. So now we have to start reading Ether. We left off at the end of chapter 7, and as I recall, things got okay. Yeah, there was a lot of family fighting going on, right? And then the last guy, what was his name? Remember, it's funny. It was like a bad name. Nimrod. Yeah. So Nimrod finally woke up and said, "You know what? Why am I fighting my family? Like, what if I just say, like, dude, I'm on your side?" And that seemed to work out for him. And so everybody repented. Everybody's happy. And King Shul, I believe, was the guy that was in charge. Yeah, there it is, King Shul. And he was, so everything's back to normal. No more fighting. Yeah, family drama's over. King Nimrod, or not King Nimrod, but Nimrod finally figured out a way to resolve it. And he said, instead of fighting, why don't we talk? Yeah, that could help. It's amazing. The Lamanites and Nephites never figured that out. But old Nimrod, well, he had the solution. So here we go. Ether, chapter 8. Yeah, and it came to pass, drink, that he begat Omer. And I guess he means King Shul? I suppose. Because isn't that who they were talking about when they left off? I think so. So I believe King Shul begat Omer. All right. And Omer reigned in his stead. And Omer begat Jared. And Jared begat sons and daughters. I guess they don't get to have names. No. Sorry, Jared, sons and daughters, you're nameless. And Jared rebelled against his father. Why does this keep happening? And came and dwelt in the land of Heth. All right. I don't understand why. Why does this family hate itself? Right? They're constantly fighting with each other. Never explained why. I don't, weird. Anyway, this is happening again for some reason. Very strange family. All right. And it came to pass, drink, that he did flatter many people because of his cunning words, until he had gained the half of the kingdom. All right. So we weren't sure if Jared was in the right for rebelling, right? Because we don't know. Maybe Omer was just a terrible king. We don't know. But now it said it was his cunning words. And now we're starting to get the idea that I believe Jared is the bad guy. Let's see if I'm right. And when he had gained the half of the kingdom, he gave battle unto his father, and did carry away his father into captivity, and did make him serve in captivity. Okay, so again, we don't know. Maybe the father was a tyrant, and his son finally had enough, rose up with the people, took him out, and now he's got him captive. Yeah, maybe. We don't know yet. But I doubt it. I think that cunning thing kind of gave it away. Pretty sure Jared's the bad guy here. And now in the days of the reign of Omer, he was in captivity for half his days. Well, Jared was at least successful. He kept his father in captivity for half of his life. And it came to pass, drink, that he begat sons and daughters, among whom were Esrom and Coriantumr. All right, Coriantumr again. All right, so I think this is talking about Omer. So now, let's see, Jared has two brothers, I assume, Esrom and Coriantumr. All right, what do you think of that? And they were exceedingly angry because of the doings of Jared, their brother. Ooh, there you go. Insomuch that they did raise an army and gave battle unto Jared. All right, so they were like, hey, you know what? Our dad Omer, he can't raise an army to save his life. He's in captivity. Yeah, we have to have his back. He's our dad. Come on, let's get rid of this bad apple in the family here. Yeah. And it came to pass, drink, that they did give battle unto him by night. Ooh, a night battle. Exciting. And it came to pass, drink, that when they had slain the army of Jared, they were about to slay him also. And he pled with them that they would not slay him. And he would give up the kingdom unto his father. And it came to pass, drink, that they did grant unto him his life. Well, there you go. I don't know that was a good bargaining chip, but it worked. I don't understand why. But they got him defeated. Jared's done. And I'm about to kill him. And he's like, tell you what, if you don't kill me, I'll give the kingdom back to you. Right? I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah, it's kind of ours now, man. You clearly lost. Don't know how to break it to you. But apparently it worked. He did have cunning words, so maybe he just knew how to say it, but he convinced him. So now Jared's still alive. And now Jared became exceedingly sorrowful because of the loss of his kingdom, for he had set his heart upon the kingdom and upon the glory of the world. Well, there you go, see? Well, I told you he was a bad guy. He's just interested in glory. That's no good. Now the daughter of Jared, being exceedingly expert of what? And seeing the sorrows of her father, thought to devise a plan where she could redeem the kingdom unto her father. I'm just so confused. We have a female character. Like, we haven't had one of these in forever, right? Wow. I mean, she doesn't have a name, but I'm just kind of like, cool. There's a girl. There's a girl in this book. How exciting. All right. So she's going to figure out a way to get her wicked dad's kingdom back. All right. Now the daughter of Jared was exceedingly fair. And it came to pass, drink, that she did talk with her father, and said unto him, whereby hath my father so much sorrow? Is that really how she talked? Hath he not read the record which our fathers brought across the great across the great deep? Behold, is there not an account concerning them of old, that they by their secret plans did obtain kingdoms and great glory? I don't know what she's talking about. Let's see. I honestly don't know. What records were brought across the great deep? Like, all they had was like the Tower of Babel. What did they know before then? There was, let's just say it was the Hebrew text. You would have had Garden of Eden, fall of man, Cain and Abel, Noah, Babel. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else. All right. Anyway, I don't know about the secret plan business, but we'll just move on. And now, therefore, let my father send for Achish, the son of Kimnor. Seriously, I swear this is Star Trek names. Achish and Kimnor. Anyway, and behold, I am fair, and I will dance before him. I'll bet you will. And I will please him. Well, this is getting pretty hot. That he will desire me to wife. Yeah, she's going to please him, all right. Wherefore, if he shall desire of thee that ye shall give unto him me to wife, then shall ye say, I will give her if ye will bring unto me the head of my father the king. Whoa, okay, high price for that little piece of tail there. Yeah, if you want to marry my very fair daughter, you can have her. You can do whatever you want to do with her. I don't really care. I just want the head of the king. So go chop my dad's head off, and you can totally hit that for as long as you want. That's fine. Right? It's just but you got to get the head first, though. That's the rule. All right. You're a great dad. Okay. Good old Dad Jared. And now Omner was a friend to Achish. Wherefore, when Jared had sent for Achish, the daughter of Jared danced before him, that she pleased him, insomuch that he desired her to wife. Hell of a dance. And it came to pass drink, that he said unto Jared, Give unto me to wife. Or give her unto me to wife. Sorry, it was kind of worded caveman. It's kind of hard to get out. Give her unto me to wife. Yeah. So I think he was probably like kind of clubbing his hand when he said it too. And Jared said unto him, I will give her unto you, if ye bring me unto the head of my father the king. You just said that, but all right. And it came to pass drink that Achish gathered in unto the house of Jared all his kinfolks, and said unto them, Will ye swear unto me that ye will be faithful unto me in the thing which I desire of you? Okay, so Achish has got his whole family. I mean, if he already has a family, I don't understand why he's trying to get another wife, but anyway, we'll just move past that little weird part. And then it came to pass drink that they all swear unto him by the God of heaven, and also by the heavens, and also by the earth, and by their heads. Okay, and whosoever should vary from the assistance which Achish desired should lose his head. Well, so Achish is like, no matter what I ask you to do, I need you to swear that you'll do it, or I get to chop your head off. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, just sign me up for that deal. What do I have to gain by this? All right. And whoso should divulge whatsoever thing Achish made known unto them, the same should lose his life. Wow. So not only do you have to unquestionably follow his orders, but you can never, speak a word of it to anyone. Goodness. And it came to pass drink that thus they did agree with Achish. Why would they agree with Achish? He's given them no incentive at all. I would tell him to screw himself. Why would you agree to this? Anyway, and Achish did administer unto them the oaths which were given by them of old, who also sought power, which had been handed down even from Cain, who was a murderer from the beginning. What just happened? I think they're saying they're taking evil oaths or something. I guess this is like an oath of Cain or something like that. It got weird. All right, and they were kept up by the power of the devil. Yeah, I was right. Okay, yeah, this is definitely evil oath, because now we got the devil involved. All right, welcome back, devil. Haven't seen you in a while. So far, the last several episodes, everything awful that happened was totally God. I don't know where you've been. Taking a vacation, I guess. All right. Power of the devil to administer these oaths unto the people, to keep them in darkness, and to help such as sought power to gain power, and to murder, and to plunder, and to lie, and to commit all manners of wickedness and whoredoms. Ha ha, it's back. Welcome back, whoredoms. All right. So yeah, this is just the total, they're just bad now. This is bad people. I'm not really sure why. They just got bad. Now they're like, let's just murder. Yeah, whoo-hoo. Could you imagine? That's your political platform. Hey, everybody, let's just all just be okay to kill each other. Vote for me. Yeah, that's not, no one wants a society like that, right? I can't imagine. Anyway. And it was the daughter of Jared who put it into his heart to search up these things of old, and Jared put into the heart of Achish. All right, so this, I was all excited. We had ourselves a female character. Sounds like she is quite the Jezebel. No, she is apparently just a seductress that's putting evil plots into otherwise, good men. Yeah, Achish, he was a good guy. Nothing wrong with him. Until this whore came along and started whispering in his ear to worship Satan, and now he's doing it. Yeah, looks like. I think that's what just happened to this poor Achish. Sorry, Achish. Sometimes they get you like that, right? I mean, I don't blame you. She was as fair as they're describing. I don't blame you, Achish. It happens. Get over it. You'll be all right. Okay, let's see. And Jared put it into the heart of Achish, wherefore Achish administered it unto his kindred and friends, leading them away by fair promises to do whatsoever thing he desired. Yeah, we got that. So he's got everybody that knows Achish has now sworn this blood oath to him to follow his orders unquestionably, never speak of it, all that stuff. All right. And it came to pass drink that they formed a secret combination. Even as they of old, which combination is most abominable and wicked above all in the sight of God. I don't understand what that means. If you have a secret, I don't understand. It's I suppose if it's saying it's a conspiracy theory, but to do what exactly? It's just you can't have a secret club. You just can't do it. I mean, everything about it. I don't understand why, but it's just they really, really don't like secret clubs in this book. Yeah, weird. I mean, there's a lot of secrecy in the LDS church, though, isn't there? A fair amount. I can't just walk into a temple. I can't go to a temple wedding, right? I don't think I'm even allowed in because I'm not in the club. That's a secret. It's like, well, my God, this book doesn't seem to care for those secrets. Better stop it. I'm just saying, Mormons, you might want to just, you need a little bit more transparency, is all I'm saying. Is if you're going to live by this, because it's pretty clear. Sarah, this secret thing, it just doesn't like it. All right. And now I, Moroni, oh, that's right, he's writing, do not write the manner of their oaths and combinations, for it hath been made known unto me that they are had among all people, and they are had among the Lamanites. Oh, man, you're demonizing the Lamanites again? All right, so, I mean, in fairness, Moroni did just watch his entire, civilization get wiped out by the Lamanites. I can understand why he would have a bit of a, sore taste in his mouth, I suppose, But anyway, he's just basically saying, these people were so evil, they were like Lamanites. Bleh. All right. And they have caused the destruction of this people of whom I am now speaking, and also the destruction of the people of Nephi. Okay, so who had they been killing? Omer's people, I think? I don't know. I can't remember who is the good guy in this story. All right. And whatsoever nation shall uphold such secret combinations to get power and gain, until they shall spread over the nation, behold, they shall be destroyed. For the Lord will not suffer that the blood of his saints, which shall be shed by them, shall always cry unto him from the ground for vengeance upon them, and yet he avenge them not. God might make a covenant with you, and he forgets those a lot. So, I mean, I wouldn't put too much stock in your covenant with God. But I'll tell you what, you give God a reason for vengeance, he does seem to go after that. So, it might be fair. That one might have been fair. I mean, at least it stays true to this book. That does seem to be God's M.O. Wherefore, O you Gentiles, hey, this is us again, it is wisdom in God that these things should be shown unto you, and thereby ye may repent of your sins. Moroni, why are you talking this way? It's all of a sudden, it's hard to read them. And suffer not that these murderous combinations shall get above you, which are built up to get power and gain, and the work, yea, drink, hey, first yea, even the work of destruction come upon you, yea, drink again, even the sword of justice of the eternal God shall fall upon you, to your overthrow and destruction, if ye shall suffer these things to be. This is still just about combinations. Oh my goodness. So, all right, making your point, God's just going to just annihilate you if you try to become a part of any type of secret society. Okay. Wherefore the Lord commandeth you, when ye shall see these things come among you, that ye shall awake to a sense of your awful situation, because of the secret combination which shall be among you. Or woe be unto it, because of the blood of them who have been slain. For they cry from the dust for vengeance upon it, and it also upon those who built it up. I'm telling you guys, I really think this whole temple secrecy thing is not good. And this is actually saying that, if you even see it, you better call it out. You better. And I'm trying. I'm telling you. This, Mormons, read this. You need more transparency. Clearly. Okay. For it cometh to pass that whoso buildeth it up... Seriously, why is he talking this way? Anyway, seeketh to overthrow the freedom of all lands, nations, and countries, and it bringeth to pass the destruction of all people, for it is built up by the devil, who is the father of all lies, even in the same liar who beguiled our first parents. Yeah, I'm not going to go back to that. We all know my opinion of that. I still think that snake was the only honest person in that whole story. But anyway, okay. Yea, drink, even the same liar who hath caused man to commit murder from the beginning, who hath hardened the hearts of men, that they have murdered the prophets, and stoned them, and cast them out from the beginning. I don't even know who he's trying to get angry at right now. I'm talking about the devil. He's just and we should not like that guy either. It's oh, okay, gotcha. Wherefore I, Moroni, am commanded to write these things, that evil may be done away, and that the time may come that Satan may have no power upon the hearts of the children of men, but that they may be persuaded to do good continually, that they may have come unto the fountain of all righteousness and be saved. Okay, that chapter 8 ended weird. It started with a story and it just kind of morphed into whatever that was. So thanks, Moroni, for the buzzkill. All right, so chapter 9. Here we go. And now I, Moroni, proceed with my record. Therefore, behold, it came to pass, drink, that because of the secret combinations of Achish and his friends, behold, they did overthrow the kingdom of Omer. Oh my God. The entire, last, 5 minutes of reading was all nothing but Moroni saying, if you try to have a secret combination, God's just gonna bitch slap you off the earth. Bah, ha, ha, he will crush you. You will be destroyed utterly. And then it's the next chapter starts with, Because of their awesome secret combinations, they kind of won. It worked. Like, what? What? Well, that's not a very good selling point for your last argument there, Moroni. Yeah, seems like their secret combination did the trick. Okay, sorry. I thought it was hilarious. Nevertheless, the Lord was merciful unto Omar, and also his sons and to his daughters, who did not seek his destruction. So, yeah, Lord, if you were more merciful unto Omar, the bad guys wouldn't have won. Just a thought. Just saying, pretty sure you can intervene at any battle, ever. Yeah, don't know why I sat this one out. Telling you, God's not good with keeping covenants. He is constantly distracted. He does not pay attention. So you gotta, really remind him. Alright, and the Lord warned Omer in a dream that he should depart out of the land. Yeah, so God's like, listen, there's a lot of danger coming your way. Could stop it. Could. But instead, why don't you just leave? I went to the trouble of giving this dream. You've got your heads up. Just go. Everything will be fine. I don't want to have to work. All right. Wherefore Omer departed out of the land with his family and traveled many days, and came over and passed by the hill of Shim, and came over by the place where the Nephites were destroyed. Were destroyed? Okay, this is Moroni talking. That's right. Yeah. I love that he refers to his own people as the Nephites, but anyway, that's fine. And from thence eastward, and came to a place which was called Ablam, by the seashore, and there he pitched his tent, and also his sons and his daughters. Wait, what? He pitched his tent, and also he pitched his sons and daughters? Where'd they go? He just threw them out? I don't know. Or maybe it means that he pitched their tents too, but that's not how it's worded. There he pitched his tent, and also his sons and daughters, and all his household. He's pitching everybody. Save it were Jared and his family. Well, goodness, Jared, at least you got saved a good pitching. Wait, who is this? Jared is the bad guy, right? Yeah. He was the one that, had a hot daughter that seduced Akish, and so, yeah. He's the only one that didn't get pitched, I guess. We'll see. And it came to pass during that Jared was anointed king over the people. King Jared. All right. By the hand of wickedness. Wait, is that a character? There's someone named Wickedness, and he came down, and he was like, Jared, I'm going to put this crown on your head. You're king now. All right. Welcome to the story, Wickedness. And he gave unto Akish his daughter to wife. Man. Well, wait a minute. Jared, you're going back on your word. I thought you needed your dad's head. Omer's still alive, just saying. And it came to pass during that Akish sought the life of his father-in-law. Oh, right, yeah, so that would still be Omer. But he applied unto those whom he had sworn by the oath of the ancients. Oh, right, he has that blood oath with these people. And they obtained the head of his father-in-law. There you go, as he sat upon the throne, giving audience to his people. Wow. So, they walked into a king's throne room and lopped his head off. That takes moxie. Come on now. Yeah, it's that's pretty impressive. They didn't corner him in a dark alley. They walked into his throne room and lopped his head off. That's pretty ninja. I'll give it. Oh, okay, Kish. You got some pretty awesome dudes working for you. That would be good to have on your side, wouldn't it? All right. For so great had been the spreading of this wicked and secret society that it had corrupted the hearts of all the people. Therefore Jared was murdered upon his throne. Wait, Jared? And Akish reigned in his stead. Well, Akish, did you kill Jared? Is that what happened? You're like, man, my people are good at killing. So, let me do it again. It must have been. He probably ordered the same guys. He's like, you guys are so awesome. You just killed King Omer on his throne. Can you go do the same with this King Jared guy? Kind of want to be in charge. Yeah, that's what happens. See, Jared, you got in bed with the wrong guy. Or I guess more accurately, you got your daughter in bed with the wrong guy. But anyway, that happened. But at least Akish is a man of his word. So Jared said, you want to marry my daughter, the price is father's head. I kind of thought the head would have to come first, but it did come. Right, Akish? He got the head. So good for you, Akish. You paid for that daughter in full. Well done. And it came to pass during that Akish began to be jealous of his son. Therefore he shut him up in prison. These are great parents. And kept him upon little or no food until he had suffered death. Okay. So Akish was jealous of his son. He starved him to death. That's pleasant. Thanks for that, Book of Mormon. Needed that story. Jeez. And the brother of him that suffered death, his name was Nimrah. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. This dead, starved kid was Nimrah. Was angry with his father because of that which his father had done unto his brother. Imagine that. And his brother's like, yeah, I'm not cool that you starved my brother to death, Dad. That's just not sitting right with me. Gotta be honest. Yeah. And it came to pass that Nimrah gathered together a small number of men and fled out of the land and came over and dwelt with Omer. Well, he was pissed enough to defect to the other side. I thought Omer was dead. Didn't they just lop off Omer's head? I thought. Who's Omer? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought, yeah, I really am confused. I really thought Omer was Jared's dad, and now Akish's father-in-law, because he married the daughter. Well, maybe I read it wrong, because it wouldn't be his father-in-law, right? It would have been his grandfather-in-law, who Omer would have been. His father-in-law would have been Jared. Huh, wait a minute. So Jared's the one that just died. Omer's fine. Holy crap, I missed that. Sorry, everybody, I screwed that up totally. Here I thought Akish was a good guy, fulfilling his word, going to take Omer's head. No, turns out he just totally backstabbed Jared. Yeah, he just killed him, lopped his head off. Man, sorry about that, everybody. I read that wrong. And now, he wasn't done. He starved his son to death. This guy's great, isn't he? Yeah, makes a deal, kills the man, takes his wife, or his daughter anyway, and he starves his own kid. I don't know about you, Akish. You're not, you might be competing for, like, biggest dick in this book, and that is, trust me, tough competition. All right, but you're making a case. You're making a good case. All right, so Nimrah is now living with Akish's grandfather-in-law. Yeah, pretty sure that's true. Okay, Omer is his name, yeah. And it came to pass during that Akish begat other sons, and they won the hearts of the people, notwithstanding they had sworn unto him to do all manner of iniquity according to that which he desired. That's right. So Akish is like, see, that's what probably happened to his one son. He's like, will you do anything I say without questioning? And the son's like, probably not. And he's like, okay, well, you're going to starve to death. Sucks to be you. Enjoy this jail cell where you will die as I don't feed you. What a guy. Okay. So all of his kids now, they got the message. And they're doing the oath, the evil Cain oath. All right. Now the people of Akish were desirous for gain, even as Akish was desirous for power. Wherefore the sons of Akish did offer them money. Wait, who did they offer money to? I don't know. By which means they drew away more part of the people after them. Them meaning just the masses. So yeah, basically Akish got super powerful, which therefore got him a lot of money, and so they're just like buying off support, it sounds like. And there began to be a war between the sons of Akish and Akish. What? Which lasted for the space of many years. So I guess Akish's sons, that he didn't starve to death, are now fighting each other. There you go. Yea, drink until the destruction of nearly all the people of the kingdom. Yea, drink again, even all, save it were 30 souls. What? And they who fled with the house of Omer. They just completely wiped themselves out? Goodness, this was quite a war. That seems like that should be more than a verse, Book of Mormon. That seemed like quite a story. But wow, this family drama has just killed them all. It's just a complete annihilation, except for these 30 people who apparently all live with Omer now. Wherefore Omer was restored again unto the land of his inheritance. Well, I would hope so. I mean, 30 people, I'm pretty sure you can take them out. Anyway, and it came to pass during that Omer began to be old. Nevertheless, in his old age he begat Emer, and he anointed Emer to be king, to reign in his stead. Emer. There you go, King Emer. I don't know that I'd be too proud of that. And after that he anointed Emer to be king. He saw peace in the land for the space of 2 years, and he died, having seen exceedingly many days, which were full of sorrow. And it came to pass during that Emer did reign in his stead, and did fill the steps of his father. Well, it wouldn't be hard. Omer was not exactly, didn't have a great kingdom, did he? Well, lived most of his life in captivity. And the Lord began to take off the curse from the land. I love that the Lord began to take the curse off the land. God's like, I'm not taking it away. I'm just going to start. Baby steps, guys. Come on. You got to leave a little curse. And the house of Emer did prosper exceedingly under the reign of Emer. And in the space of 62 years, they had become exceedingly strong, insomuch that they became exceedingly rich. Goodness, Emer must be pretty old. He's been king for 62 years. That's a long time. Goodness. Like, think about it. Let's just say, what's the earliest he could have become king? Maybe 20? So that means he's 82 right now. All right, so they're getting rich. They're doomed. So having all manner of fruit, and of grain, and of silks, and of fine linen, and of gold, and of silver, and of precious things. They're in deep, deep crap, I'm telling you. This is how it always starts. And also all manner of cattle, and oxen, and cows, and sheep, and swine, and of goats, and also many kinds of animals which were useful for food of man. Well, there you go. Lots of animals for eating. And they got gold and silver, fine linen, silk even. My goodness, they have silk. They've got everything. They are screwed. They also had horses. I mean, seriously, they're just really wanting to paint the picture about how mad God's going to be. So let's see. They had horses and asses. Well, there you go. You gotta have some asses. And there were elephants. What? They had elephants? Oh, okay. And, kirloms. Well, there you go. You gotta have some kirloms and kumoms. Yeah. You know, I have 2 pet kumoms, so that's fine. All of which were useful unto man, and more especially the elephants, and kumloms and kumoms. Of course. How can you go through life without a good kumom? Anyway, elephants. I mean, I suppose there were mammoths, but that was like 100,000 years ago, wasn't it? In North America, where mammoths roamed? I don't see elephants there. Bam! Elephants. American elephants. Awesome. And the Lord did pour out his blessing upon the land, which was choice above all other lands, in case you forgot that. And he commanded that whoso should possess the land should possess it unto the Lord, or they should be destroyed when they were ripened in iniquity. For upon such, saith the Lord, I will pull out the fullness of my wrath. And there you go. Don't forget the deal that was made with Jared and Eminem. I remember. Yeah. Then God said, I'm going to give you this awesome land, but I swear, one false step, I'm just going to get pissed and wipe you off the earth. So yeah, he's just reminding them of that, you know. I'm not sure. God still hasn't figured it out, although this is way back when. Way back when. But God has just never figured out that his plan doesn't work, right? So he's like, you guys are being so faithful. I've got an idea. I'm just going to make you filthy rich. That's what I'm going to do. No, that's your reward for being faithful. And then he turns around and he's like, wait a minute. You guys seem to be like happy with all this money. You must be damned. And it's like, God, stop giving it to them. It's so simple. Right? If you want them to be communists, stop making them rich and just say, guys, be communists. Just live, or maybe not communist. That might be a stretch. Socialist, at least. But anyway. All right. Let's see where this goes. I already know. I have not read ahead in any way, and I know that they're going to be pride of their hearts because of their many riches, and the Lord will be wrathful. It's going to happen. All right. Let's see. I just know it. And Emer did execute judgment in righteousness all his days, and he begat many sons and daughters, and he begat Coriantum, and he anointed Coriantum to reign in his stead. King Coriantum. Gotta admit, that's got a nice ring to it. And after he had anointed King Coriantum to reign in his stead, he lived 4 years, and saw peace in the land. Yea, drink, he even saw the Son of Righteousness. What does that mean? That's capitalized, Son and Righteousness, so that's like an official title. He saw the Son of Righteousness. I don't know who that is, but he saw him. All right. And did rejoice and glory in his day, and he died in peace. Oh, off he go, Emer. King Emer, dead now. And it came to pass, drink, that Coriantum did walk in the steps of his father, and did build many mighty cities, and did administer that which was good unto his people in all his days. Well, I gotta say, guys, like, sometimes when the story is nice and pleasant, it really is just boring. I mean, okay, good things, whatever. One of these rich is gonna catch up with them. Anyway, let's see. He did administer that which was good unto his people in all his days, said that. And it came to pass, drink, that he had no children. Even until he was exceedingly old. Never mind. They do that sometimes. They tell you, and no one was saved. Save it were. Yeah, so they get you. They make you think that nobody. I thought he had no kids, and then he had to finish the sentence. He had some when he was super old. This family's kind of like that. Their boys keep swimming well into old age. You know. Yeah, and it came to pass, drink, that his wife died, being 102 years old. Well, I hope she wasn't giving birth then. Goodness. And it came to pass, drink again, that Coriantum took to wife, in his old age, a young maid. Well, that's disturbing. I mean, I assume that he has to be in his hundreds if his wife is in his hundreds, and he just got a young maid, which I'm fairly certain that in this time period, maid meant virgin. That is creepy as ugh. All right. Fair enough. And begat sons and daughters, of course, boys still swimming, 100 years old. Wherefore, he lived until he was 142 years old. Goodness, 142, still having kids. I gotta tell you, King Coriantum, sorry, didn't mean to add the R at the end. Yeah, you were a fertile man. Good for you. And it came to pass, drink, that he begat Calm. Good old Calm. Remember, we went through this genealogy before, so these names are not shocking. We've heard them, you know. And Calm reigned in his stead. I guess it would be King Calm now, because he's reigning. Yeah, King Calm. That's kind of funny. It sounds like King Kong. All right. And he reigned 49 years, and he begat Heth, and he also begat other sons and daughters. I don't know why I care. Great, you had more kids. Whatever. That's pretty normal. And the people had spread again over all the face of the land, and there began again to be exceedingly great wickedness upon the face of the land. We saw this coming, didn't we? And Heth began to embrace the secret plans again of old, to destroy his father. All right. So Heth, not a fan of his dad, King Kong. And he's going to take him out. Because he found out about the secret societies. Yes, those evil ones. Yes. And it came to pass, drink, that he did dethrone his father, for he slew him with his own sword, and he did reign in his stead. Well, there you go. King Heth, sounds like he didn't necessarily need any kind of, like, secret society. He just picked up a sword and said, hey, Dad, check this out. Dead. That was an easy way of doing it. And there came prophets in the land again, crying repentance unto them, that they must prepare the way of the Lord, or there should come a curse upon the face of the land. Yea, drink, even there should be a great famine, in which they should be destroyed if they did not repent. Yeah, again, it doesn't say, I mean, I understand what Heth did wrong, cold-blooded murder of his own father, it was a bit rude. But everybody else, what'd they do? They were just great wickedness. I mean, they're not saying it, but I think by now we know. It's because they got rich. Come on. We know that's why. It always happens that way. All right, but the people believed not the words of the prophets, and they cast them out. And some of them they cast into pits and left them to perish. Well, that's a bit rude. And it came to pass, drink, that they did all these things according to the commandments of the king Heth. All right. So the king's like, no. Prophets don't even get your sword dirty with them. No, just throw them in a pit. Yeah. It's like, oh, are we like imprisoning them? No, they're just going to starve to death. Just throw them in the pit. Leave them alone. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah. King Heth, not a fan of prophets. I'm telling you. Yeah, and it came to pass, drink, there began to be a great dearth upon the land. It's a dearth. And the inhabitants began to be destroyed exceedingly fast because of the dearth. What? For there was no rain upon the face of the earth. Oh, I suppose that means drought. Is that what dearth? All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use the e-reader here to check. Dearth means a scarcity or lack of something. Well, there you go. And in this case, rain. So they had a dearth of rain. Yeah. And there came forth poisonous serpents. What do you mean they came forth? They were just like born of the ground? Like you either live in an area that has poisonous snakes or you don't. But they just appeared. There you go. Poisonous serpents also upon the face of the land, and did poison many people. And it came to pass, drink, that their flocks began to flee before the poisonous serpents towards the land southward, which was called by the Nephites Zarahemla. Yeah, see, the tenses are all wrong here, right? Which would be called Zarahemla, right? Isn't this before? This is before. I don't know. They're kind of making it a little confusing there with their use of tenses. And it came to pass, drag, that there were many of them which did perish by the way. Nevertheless, there were some which fled into the land southward. There you go. So these snakes just drove them out of the north. They're out of there. Well, snakes won the day. And it came to pass, drink, that the Lord did cause the serpents that they should pursue them no more. Okay. I love this. So God's just like up there in heaven, and he's got his like fingers dangling on these serpents like they're little puppets, and he's just like, yes, kill more, make them go south. And as soon as they all fled, he's like, okay, now serpents, back off. Yes. That's what it says. He commanded them. So yeah, Lord put them there, and it's great. Great plan there, God. Yeah, that was very kind of you, sending a bunch of poisonous snakes and chew people up and kill them. That was sweet move. Okay. All right, but that they should hedge up the way that the people could not pass, and whoso should attempt to pass might fall by the poisonous serpents. Wow. So God's like, all right, here's what we got to do. I'm just going to make a wall of poisonous serpents. So anybody that tries to go north again, dead. Go ahead and try. You can get bitten and die. And it came to pass, drink. The people did follow the course of the beasts. Course of the beasts. Oh, they're sheep and stuff. Yeah, they're just following their animals. Like, we don't know where to go, but these animals seem to know. These guys are great. And did devour the carcasses of them which fell by the way. Well, why would you say, oh, yes, you have livestock that you're using for food, and so I don't need to know that you eat them. Of course you eat them. All right. Until they had devoured them all. Oh, well, there you go. I guess now it's relevant. They have no more animals. Now when the people saw that they must perish, they began to repent of their iniquities and cry unto the Lord. Well, there you go. They were like, should we repent yet? Because God's got this snake thing going. And they're like, no, we still have some cows and some bulls and elephants. Come on. An elephant will feed us for a week. And everyone's like, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we don't need to repent. And finally, they're like, okay, we just ate our last animal. And they're like, oh, so we have nothing else to eat. They're like, no. Isn't this the land that's choice above all other lands? Shouldn't there be like fruit trees and things for us to eat? No, not down here. Sorry, nothing. We got nothing to eat. It's like, well, I suppose we have no choice. I guess we gotta go repent now to that dickhead God. That's that's kind of how it sounds, right? They basically waited until there was no other option, and they're like, fine, we'll go back to that guy. I don't blame them. Yeah, I wouldn't be too quick to go back to him either. He just sent snakes after him. What an a-hole. All right. And then it came to pass, drink, that when they had humbled themselves sufficiently before the Lord, God's like, They had to be sufficiently humble themselves. God's like, I want to hear you beg. Let's hear it. I want to hear some humbling here. Tell me how crappy you are. Let's go. How awesome am I? How crappy are you? I want to hear it. You better convince me. This guy is something. All right, he did send rain upon the face of the earth, and people began to perceive again. And there began to be fruit in the north countries and all the countries round about. And the Lord did show forth his power unto them in preserving them from famine. No. You showed your power, God, but you didn't preserve them. No, they saved themselves by coming back to you and humbling themselves. You didn't save them. You were literally trying to kill them. Let's be honest here. All right. I'm fairly certain God would have killed them. Like, I don't have any, actually, I have no doubt at all. God totally would have killed those people. If they hadn't repented. He was letting them die now. So whatever. I don't care. Starve to death. Get bitten by snakes. Those are your options. Or come back to me hat in hand and beg for forgiveness. Those are your three choices. So do what you want to do. Man, this guy, he's a sweetheart. Oh, right at the cusp. Right? Man, I think we got to do one more chapter. I don't feel like I'm done yet. So one more chapter of Ether, and we'll see how it goes. You never know. This might be the last one. You never know. I don't think so. And people said it was awesome. The submarines were awesome. But ever since the submarines, this has been pretty normal. Just family fighting. Although I've never heard of another time in history that one family fought so much. You know what I mean? Like, why did they do this so much? Like, I've heard of other families fighting, like, maybe Rome, right? If you look at Rome, after the Republic fell and you just kind of had, like, these civil wars amongst, like, powerful families. That happens. But, like, brother and sister and father and son, I think that's pretty rare in history, isn't it? And then to happen generation after generation, it's just a violent family. This is violent. Anyway, all right, let's go. And we're starting chapter 10. Yeah, chapter 10 of the book of Ether. Yeah. And it came to pass, drink, that Shez, who was a descendant of Heth, for Heth had perished by the famine. Well, there you go. Heth didn't make it through, And all his household, save it were Shez. Wherefore Shez began to build up again a broken people. So, yeah, Shez got a tough job, because his people are, like, barely alive. They have no more animals. Snakes everywhere. He didn't say God got rid of the snakes. He just said he sent rain. So I think they're still in the south. God's like, look, you might have repented, but I'm not giving you that north country back. Nope, that belongs to the snakes now. Awesome. And it came to pass, drink, that Shez did remember the destruction of his fathers, and did build up a righteous kingdom, for he remembered what the Lord had done in bringing Jared and his brothers across the deep, and did walk in the ways of the Lord, and begat sons and daughters. I'm kind of thinking this had a lot less to do with remembering his great whatever grandfathers crossing the great waters. My guess is this has a lot more to do with him remembering that God just killed most of his people with snakes and famine. Yeah, that's probably why he made sure to walk in the ways of the Lord. He knew what he was up against. And his eldest son, whose name was Shez, that's helpful, same name, did rebel against him. Seriously, now we're going to have a Shez versus Shez battle? That's great. Nevertheless, Shez was smitten by the hand of a robber because of his exceeding riches, which brought peace again unto his father. I guess they're rich again. I don't know how that happened. I love that your son getting killed, your son being murdered by a robber, brings peace to you. What kind of father is that? That's terrible. And it came to pass, drink, that his father did build up many cities. Why even throw that verse in? Like, it was just like, oh yeah, he had a son, he wasn't very good, he got killed, moving on. Like, what a random detail. I just want to, like, really hone in on this fact that this is a violent family. Okay, so it came to pass, drink, that his father did build up many cities upon the face of the land, and when the people began again to spread over the face of the land, and Shez did live to an exceedingly old age, and he begat Riplakish. Ah, good old Riplakish, the Scrabble word. And he died, and Riplakish reigned in his stead. That's right, good old King Riplakish. And it came to pass, drink, that, think about it. Shez had a son, and he named him Shez, and that didn't turn out well. It's like, okay, so a very simple name that was the same as mine, no good. Let me think of the craziest, weirdest name ever. Maybe that guy won't try and kill me. And so, hence, Riplakish. There you go. And it came to pass, drink, that Riplakish did not do that which was right in the sight of the Lord. Ooh, sorry, Shez. Looks like your second try at a son, also not working. Not a very good dad, for he did have many wives and concubines, and did lay that upon men's shoulders which was grievous to be borne. Yea, drink, he did tax them with heavy taxes, and with the taxes he did build up many spacious buildings. Oh, not the spacious buildings. We know those are no good. And he did erect him an exceedingly beautiful throne, and he did build many prisons, and whoso would not be subject unto taxes he did cast into prison, and whoso was not able to pay taxes he did cast into prison. Wait, what? Who would not be subject? Basically, pay taxes or go to jail. No, that's what it means. Pretty sure that's true today. So that tradition has stayed alive in America. Yeah, don't pay your taxes, go to jail. That's what happens. Yeah. And he did cause that they should labor continually for their support, and whoso refused to labor, he did cause to be put to death. Well, there you go. So if you don't pay your taxes, you go to jail. Not the end of the world. But you stop working, dead. Just kills you. What a guy. This I don't know how long a society would put up with this, but we'll see. Wherefore he did obtain all his fine work, yea, drink, even his fine gold he did cause to be refined in prison. Nice, little labor camps. And all manner of fine workmanship he did cause to be wrought in prison. And it came to pass, drink, that he did afflict the people with his whoredoms and abominations. Well, now, I don't know that people are going to be too upset if you're afflicting them with whoredoms. I think they'd be like, all right, thanks for sharing. Anyway. And when he had reigned in the space of 42 years, the people did rise up in a rebellion against him. Took longer than I thought, but I did kind of see that coming. I can't imagine people taking this for that long. But anyway, there began to be a war again in the land, insomuch that Riplakesh was killed, and his descendants were driven out of the land. Okay, so that's the end of that royal family line, it sounds like. Yeah. And it came to pass, Drake, after the space of many years, Morianton, he being a descendant of Riplakesh, oh, never mind, they're not all gone, yeah, gathered together an army of outcasts, and went forth and gave battle unto the people, and he gained power over many cities, and the war became exceedingly sore, and did last for the space of many years, and he did gain power over all the land, and did establish himself king over all the land. Well, there you go. This Morianton's like, that throne is mine. I don't know what this nonsense was about these people rising up. Let's go show him who's boss, and it sounds like he did just that. And well done, King Morianton. And he did do justice unto the people, but not unto himself, because of his many whoredoms, because he was cut off from the presence of the Lord. Wherefore he was cut off from the presence of the Lord. So he was a good king, but he had whores. You know, everyone's got their vices. Come on, God, just give him that one. Everyone likes whoredoms. And it came to pass, Drink, that Morianton built up many cities, and the people became exceedingly rich under his reign. Okay, both in buildings and in gold and silver, and in raising grain and flocks and herds and such things which had been restored unto them. Please don't go through the whole list of everything they have. We get it. They got stuff. And Morianton did live, and how come we don't call him King Morianton? Yeah. And also, is this like Sherlock Holmes' nemesis, isn't it? Or is that Moriarty? That was Moriarty, yeah. Pretty close, though. Yeah, Moriarty. Anyway. All right, so he did live to an exceedingly great age, which, by the way, since we already had somebody that was 142, and they made that sound like nothing, I wonder what exceedingly great age is. I mean, is he like 300? I don't know. But anyway, he begat Kim, and Kim did reign in the stead of his father. Remember, Kim's a dude. Yeah, just checking. And he did reign 8 years, and his father died, and it came to pass, Drake. And by the way, what is this thing about, like, turning over your kingdom before you die? That's an interesting tradition. I've never heard of a monarchy that worked that way. But it sounds like you had to reach a certain point where you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm retiring. Yeah, smart plan, though. I have retiring kings. And we have a pope that did it, right? He's like, yeah, I'm old. I'm just done. Somebody else be pope. I'm tired. These guys, same thing. And it came to pass, Drink, the king did not reign in righteousness, wherefore he was not favored of the Lord. Well, in fairness, Morianton wasn't favored in the Lord either, because he had all those whoredoms. But at least he was good to his people. So I guess that's why he got to live old. See, I'm telling you, I think God forgives the vice. He's like, all right, fine. You got your whores, but you are being good to your people. I'm going to let it slide. It seems that way. But Kim, he missed the whole message. So he's just being bad all around, you know. All right, so his brother did rise up in rebellion against him, of course, by which he did bring him into captivity. Who's his brother? And he did remain in captivity all his days, and begat sons and daughters in captivity. Okay. Again, this whole captivity thing, don't picture a jail, because that'd be weird, right? Like, what, is his wife in jail with him, popping out babies? Like, I think it's more like you're subject to another king, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we're supposed to take of that. Anyway. All right, so sons and daughters in captivity, and in his old age he begat Levi, and he died. All right. And it came to pass, Drake, that Levi did serve in captivity after the death of his father for the space of 42 years, and he did make war against the king of the land, which we still don't know his name. It was just, Kim's brother. Anyway, by which he did obtain unto himself the kingdom. All right. So Levi is now king over Kim's brother. We never knew his name. And after he had obtained unto himself the kingdom, he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, and the people did prosper in the land, and he did live to a good old age. That's awesome. He lived to a good old age. Yeah. And begat sons and daughters, and also begat Coram, and he was anointed king in his stead. King Coram. All right. Then it came to pass, drink, that Coram did that which was good in the sight of the Lord all his days. And he begat many sons and daughters, and after he had seen many days, he did pass away, even like unto the rest of the earth, and Kish reigned in his stead. Listen, I'm going to be honest, guys. This book of Ether, outside of the submarines, is pretty freaking boring. Like, they're just going through this family history where it's just like, some were good, some were bad. Sometimes they fought. Actually, they fought a lot. But we're not really going to give you details about the fight. I don't understand what the appeal is. This better get better. It is boring. Anyway, so now we have, who is it? Kish. All right. And it came to pass, drink. At least we're drinking. If you guys are playing along, this is probably a pretty entertaining episode because there's quite a bit of drinks. All right. Kish passed away also, and Lib reigned in his stead. Great. And it came to pass, drink, that Lib also did that which was good in the sight of the Lord. And in the days of Lib, the poisonous serpents were destroyed. Wow. They've been around all this time. They finally got them. Wherefore they did go into the land southward. Wait, what? I thought they were already in the land southward and they couldn't go northward. Weird. All right. To hunt food for the people of the land, and the land was covered with animals of the forest. And Lib also himself became a great hunter. Okay, so he was leading by example. He said, guys, listen, we brought all these livestock over, right, and submarines. Yeah, that was pretty dumb in the first place. But when we got here, turns out there was a famine. We ate them all, so they're gone. That's why there's no elephants here. We ate them. Yeah, no more elephants. And yeah, they brought elephants in submarines. Put that in your head. I didn't even think of that. How else would the elephants have got there? They put them in submarines. Fantastic. But now they're like, all right, they're all dead. What do we do? And sounds like, what's his name? Lib, King Lib. I think I got an idea. There's actually animals everywhere. We could just go hunt them and eat them. Yeah. And so he, leading by example, he became a great hunter. And they built a great city by the narrow neck of land, and by the place where the sea divides the land. All right. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like, what, Central America? Is that what that's supposed to be, is my guess? I don't know. And they did preserve the land southward for a wilderness to get game. Not gain, game, right? So, basically, the only reason you ever go into the Southland, right, is to just go kill wild animals and bring them back to eat. That's the only purpose, you know. And the whole face of the land northward was covered with inhabitants, and they were exceedingly industrious, and they did buy and sell traffic one with another, and they might get gain. Okay, so they're capitalists. Great. And they did work in all manner of ore, and they did make gold and silver and iron and brass and all manner of metals, and they did dig it out of the earth. This is such... come on. Why did you have to go to this level of detail, right? Now we can say, where's the archaeological evidence that these people existed, right? Because if you have mines and you've got... come on. This is just nonsense now. Yeah, I was with them when they were just like kind of living off the land. All right, maybe we wouldn't see that, but this, come on. They didn't make gold and iron and stop. It's silly. All right. And they did dig it out of the earth, wherefore they did cast up mighty heaps of earth to get ore of gold and of silver and of iron and of copper, and they did work all manner of fine work, and left absolutely no evidence behind somehow. And they did have silks and fine twined linen, and they did work all manner of cloth, that they might clothe themselves from their nakedness. I love that to explain why they made clothes. Like, yeah, they had to put them on over their naked body. Thanks, Book of Mormon. Wouldn't have figured that out. And they did make all manner of tools to till the earth, both to plow and to sow, to reap and to hoe, and also to thrash. Okay, farming tools. Got it. They did make all manner of tools with which to work their beasts, and they did make all manners of weapons of war, and they did work all manner of work of exceedingly curious workmanship. Goodness, how many times did they have to say work in one sentence? There's a lot. And never could the people be more blessed than they were, and more prospered by the hand of the Lord, and they were in a land that was choice above all lands. Don't forget, guys, for the Lord had spoken it. Right. How do you know this is the choicest land? Well, God said so. Done. Whatever. Like, we're not going to explain any more than that. Yeah. And it came to pass, drink, that live many years, and begat sons and daughters, and he also begat Hirthom. Yeah, or no, Hirthom. Hirthom. Yeah. And it came to pass, drink, that Hirthom reigned in the stead of his father, and when Hirthom had reigned 24 years, behold, a kingdom was taken away from him. Wait, okay, and served many years in captivity. Yea, drink, even all the remainder of his days. Who took it? That's weird. See, I mean, they're actually providing less and less detail the further the story goes on. It's like he was king, then he wasn't. Now he's not king. Yeah, thanks for that. That's great. And he begat Heth, and Heth lived in captivity all his days. And Heth begat Aaron, and Aaron dwelt in captivity all his days. I don't know why I care. And he begat Amminadab, and Amagidagadaga also dwelt in captivity all his days, and he begat Coriantum, and Coriantum dwelt in captivity. What do you think, guys? All his days. And he begat Com. And when it came to pass, Drake, that Com drew away the half of the kingdom, and reigned over half the kingdom 42 years. So, it took several generations for somebody to actually take action. It looks like Com was like, I don't like this captivity business. So he won back half the kingdom. There you go. He reigned over half the kingdom 42 years, and he went to battle against the king, Amgid. Hello, Amgid. Don't know where you came from. And they fought for the space of many years, during which time Com gained power over Amgid, and obtained power over the remainder of the kingdom. Okay, so Com's in charge now. That's great. In the days of Com, there began to be robbers in the land. Good old robbers. And they adopted the old plans, and administered oaths after the manner of the ancients, and sought again to destroy the kingdom. Now Com didn't fight against them much. Nevertheless, he did not prevail against them. There you go. So Com did the right thing. Got the kingdom back from the bad guys. Sounds like it didn't matter, because bad guys won. Bummer. So I guess we're going to find out next episode what happens to Com. Doesn't sound like this is being set up for anything nice. But that's it. That's the end of the episode. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for putting up with me today. I know it was a little bit off. But yeah, I'm glad I started this one a little drunk, because, man, I don't know if I could have got through that. That was rough stuff. I don't even know. What am I going to put in for the show notes for this? You know, we get to learn about this really kind of boring family, and that's, enjoy. But lots of drinking. All right, everybody. That's it for now. And, you probably want an update on the missionaries. Yeah, they're not coming on. That's not happening. Yeah, many people were right. So lots of you were like, oh my God, can't wait to hear the missionaries. And then people would be like, yeah, there's no way they're coming on. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I reached out to them. I'm like, hey, you guys ready? Let's do this thing. And they're like, we talked to our supervisor. We're not allowed to do it. I mean, we're just not allowed. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I was like, tell you what, why don't you ask them, like, I will let you proselytize. Just send your message out to the airways, let the whole world hear it. What better? Mass proselytizing. I'll give you that opportunity. And they were like, yeah, we were told that we can't go anywhere near any podcasts. I was like, sorry, guys. So, yeah, that's just not happening. It's a bummer, because I think that would have been a lot of fun, but it's just not happening. Yeah. Actually, what did he say? He not just podcast. He said, we're not allowed to go anywhere near the internet. I was like, okay, welcome to the 21st century, buddy. I don't know how you stay away from the internet. But anyway, they're not allowed anywhere near anything that is internety. So they're out. Bummer. But anyway, if you have never talked to missionary, just go to, I think you just go to the website and say, hey, I want a missionary. They'll pop up at your door. They're a lot of fun. I recommend it. I really do. Yeah. They never had a chance of converting me. Come on. They knew that, or they must have known that. But still, it was fun. They hung around for a while and we had good times. So anyway, give it a shot. You know, they're out there. They're in your area, whether you want them there or not. Might as well. Anyway, your call. Okay, that's enough for now. You guys are awesome as always, and I can't wait to come back and get through the rest of this book. That's right. And, 2 more updates. See, I can never end a show. 1, so, a few people have said, hey, I've listened to your back catalog as much as that is available, right? Here's the deal. On the website, mybookofmormonpodcast.com, when you scroll to the bottom, you'll see it ends 50 episodes down, right? So as soon as I post this episode 76, then when you scroll to the bottom, you'll only see 26. However, there's a little button right underneath it that says older posts. Click that and you'll have all of the previous episodes. So they're all there, all the way back to 1. But the site is hosted by WordPress, and so WordPress only allows 50 posts per page, and so you just can't have them all there. So for anyone that thinks that the older episodes are lost forever, they're not lost. They're there. And then also, if you're using iTunes or Stitcher or any kind of podcast app, then of course they're all there too. You just go to the feed and there they are. So plenty of ways to listen to all the back catalog if you are one of the ones that is trying to catch up and didn't know if they were available. There you go. Lastly, tons of you have started freaking out that, wait a minute, he's almost done the book. What are we going to do? Apparently I'm almost done the book. I actually do know that. The little e-reader gives me a percentage complete. We're in the high 80s now, so it is getting there. And what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? Come on, guys. I said forever ago that I was going to keep going. Come on. I always said I would. So next up, I think I'm going to do The Pearl of Great Price. I've been told it's a short one. I can get through it quick. A couple episodes, bang that out. And then we're going to start Doctrines and Covenants. Now, I know a lot of you are like, man, that's probably going to be boring, dude. It's just a bunch of bullets of just nonsense. It's not going to be fun. Well, I have an idea. So I'm working on something with someone. This will be a little bit of a surprise. And what we're going to do, We're gonna pilot it at some point, hopefully soon. And we're probably going to release it on the Patreon site. So all of you that are patrons of the show will be able to listen to that. And I'm going to beg you for your feedback. So what do you think? Is this a good idea? Basically found a way that I think we can make the show entertaining as it enters the Doctrines and Covenants portion, which from everything I've heard about them is by itself just not entertaining. So hopefully we can solve that problem. And I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to, I don't know. I hope it works out the way it's working out in my head, but I think it's going to be a really great addition to the show once we get to that point. So hopefully I'm right. So that's it. I'm committing to it. I'm just going to keep reading all your dumb books. I'll just read them all, whatever. Tell me more. I'll just keep reading them. Why not? This is fun. I've created this great model, right, for how to do a podcast. Do a podcast that by definition, you're not even allowed to do research. Like, I can't read ahead. Everybody else that I know that's a podcaster is like, oh, they got to like research news stories and they got to find this and they got to research that and then they got to prepare. I just open a book and start reading. It's great. So yeah, why wouldn't I keep doing it? It's fun. You know what I mean? Anyway. Okay. Enough babbling. Now I really am saying goodbye. And I'm going to do it quick. Just like this. Ready? Bye.
This song is licensed for use within this podcast. All song and copyright information can be found at www.mybookofmormonpodcast.com.